VOP 90.3 FM, Voice of the People 90.3 FM. And of course, don't forget that our WhatsApp portal is also open for discussion. Yeah, you can start sending in your messages back to back. But then 081-717-56338 is the number to send your messages to. 081-717-56338 is the number to send your message to. And then much more later, you get to call in 0700-903-903-903. 0700-903-903-903. Joining me quickly this afternoon is a senior journalist, a writer, a motivational speaker, a man who is close to then he may not mention this, but Peter Nosike is in the building this afternoon. A very beautiful afternoon to you. Welcome to Matters on VOP FM.
Jude, thank you, and good afternoon, listeners.
Yes, quickly, there is this thing I really don't understand as regards parking slots in Lagos, parking places, in Lagos, car park, lots in Lagos, especially the one in Ladipo, market. I don't know those who have actually encountered these guys do their nonsense, First of all, is that legal? I mean, should we consider that thing legal, where they give you a place to just park your car? When you're done, you pay an amount of money, and even if you stay there for like 2 seconds or 3 seconds or maybe 5 minutes, you are asked to pay pay a certain amount of money. Peter Nosike, have you seen that before?
Well,
have you witnessed that?
Jude, for me, I'm not saying that I heard, but I've been a victim. 90% of those boys, they are armed robbers. Nigeria police should take note of this. I'm not saying that I heard. I have been a victim. 90% of them there standing in front of, at the entrance of another bus stop are armed robbers. And if police want to reduce crime in Lagos State, they should go there. Over 90% of them are armed robbers, violent armed. I'm not saying that somebody told me or I heard. I have been a victim. I have witnessed it by myself. Okay. Those people are deadly armed robbers. Understand?
Yeah.
So police, DSS, army should know how to handle those people. What they are doing there is pure robbery.
I've heard several times how those boys perpetrate, crime in that area, that corridor. I mean, just immediately after Toyota, to what's the name of that?
Just
that
at the entrance.
Entrance, yeah, exactly.
At the entrance.
They commit several atrocities.
I said that they are armed robbers, all of them. All of them. Once you park your car, they'll just come 1,000 naira, and if you don't do it, they will vandalize all your car, snatch your phone. So whether they have authority, and I cannot give somebody 1,000 naira without being issued a receipt. Understand me? I cannot. I've gone beyond that. I have gone beyond that. So what they are doing there...
The thing is, even if you're issued a receipt, is it legal? Like, is it something created for themselves to make money? Or, I don't understand. So one goes to the market and you don't have a place to park your vehicle. I mean, and you went to actually buy maybe goods worth ₦1 million or ₦2 million, and you wouldn't have a place to park your vehicle except you pay again. I mean, I don't know if Lagos State government is aware of all of these things.
For me, I'm undertaking the Nigeria police, the DSS, and the army. They should look seriously on those people that are standing by that roadside. As I said before, they are armed robbers. And if they want to reduce crime in Lagos State, they should start by arresting those people.
Exactly.
If police want to fight crime in Lagos State, they should go to Nnamdi and start arresting those people who said that they are collecting money for car parks.
It's really, really sad. It's really sad when people. It's okay. It's okay. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I think henceforth, I might start a campaign on this show as regards that, to really fight that injustice, that menace on that corridor. Really, it's an eyesore. I've gotten several complaints, about how those boys operate, what they do to vehicles, and they might decide to just remove your entire mirror, or just steal something from your car because you parked somewhere. And
if you come out to argue with them, some will be at your back to snatch your phone.
Oh, really? Okay. This is really, really serious. Okay. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Let's get talking, everyone. In case you're there, I want you to get very, very close to your radio set this afternoon, because it promises to be very, very, you see how I'm saying it, right? Very, very interesting. There are several gospels here going on. And I think I should bring it to your notice. First of all, well, in case you don't know, Atiku and Peter Obi are in the news big time. And what are they saying is as regards 2027 election. Atiku said something really. Thank God. Thank God is behind me today on this one. Yeah. First of all, I want to bring this to your notice that Atiku has decided to do something for Peter Obi, and I want everyone to listen to this very, very well. I mean, and besides that, let me just give you the punchlines of something you should expect this afternoon. And of course, as regards that, the statement Atiku made, the presidency has come out to actually debunk that statement. I shouldn't call it rumor at this point in time. No, it's not a rumor. It's real, but it's, a big information. It's a big news, for everyone. And well, in case you don't know, let me also let you know quickly that Nnamdi Kanu. How best do I break this information now? I'm not saying he has been released though, but he's supposed to be released. But the information reaching me now says that Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja has dismissed the request by Nnamdi Kanu for the restoration of his revoked bail and the removal from the custody of the Department of State Services (DSS) to a house arrest or prison custody. The Federal High Court has dismissed his request. The judge today said that the same request had been brought before her by Kanu, but was dismissed for want of merit. In a ruling on Kanu's request, Justice Nyako said that she found as a fact that Kanu jumped the bail earlier granted him and escaped out of the country, and so he's not going to grant him any kind of bail, or restore whatever, he's not going to grant him any form of bail, or the removal from custody of the DSS. He wants to get to his house. They call it house arrest, or they put in prison custody. But these guys are saying no, remain where you are. At this point in time, some persons have. I received several calls that at least these guys should be given some level of, should I say, respect? Yes, so to speak. It's getting hotter and hotter and hotter every day with Nnamdi Kanu. And we wonder why Justice Binta Nyako will go this way instead of at least suspend her at least a little. Peter Nosike, what do you think?
Well, the issue of Nnamdi Kanu is beyond Justice Binta Nyako.
Oh, beyond her.
It is beyond her. She is being controlled by the federal government. She is being controlled by the federal government. Nnamdi Kanu continued detention is more of political than security. Understand me? And for the issue of jumping bail, the Greek philosopher Socrates said that it is only a fool that will see a danger that he could avoid and stay to confront it. That is what Socrates said, that it is only a fool that will see a danger he could avoid but stay to confront it. So the Nigerian army invaded Nnamdi Kanu's home. Nigerian army invaded Nnamdi Kanu's home. Nigerian army chased Nnamdi Kanu out of his house. So there's no way Nnamdi Kanu will fold his hand and stay there while his house is being invaded. So he did the right thing by escaping. So what he did was to run for his life. What Nnamdi Kanu did was to run for his life because Nigerian army invaded his house. And the purpose, everybody can tell. So what he did was to run for his life. He shouldn't have waited there. And I know that Justice Bita Nyako would have done that same thing if she finds herself in Nnamdi Kanu's shoes. Understand? Buhari would have done that same thing if he has found himself in Nnamdi Kanu's shoes. Tinubu would have done the same thing if he finds himself in Nnamdi Kanu's shoe. The Attorney General and Minister of Justice of the Federation who have done that same thing that Nnamdi Kanu did. So for me, what Nnamdi Kanu did is the right thing, and Peter Nosike would have also done that same thing. So no matter the way she is interpreting it, the most important thing that is that Nnamdi Kanu is alive today. Because they would have killed him if he had stayed.
Okay.
They would have killed him if he had stayed, but he ran for his life. So using that word, jumped bail. Understand? That is government word. Understand me? That is government word. The right thing is that Nnamdi Kanu ran for his life because if he had stayed, they would have killed him. And anybody in his shoes would have done that same thing. But whether they like it or not, Nnamdi Kanu must come out. It's just a matter of time. Nnamdi Kanu will come out. It's just a matter of time.
But like I said, it's getting tougher with him in the prison. I mean, under the EFCC, it's getting tougher. All of his plea.
No, Nnamdi Kanu's case is with DSS.
Sorry, the DSS. I beg your pardon. It's getting tougher under the DSS. Not the EFCC, yeah. It's getting tougher every day. They are not considering having a better option. I mean, these guys have said, okay, please, can you take me somewhere else? And all they said is, no, we're not. Remain there. In fact, Justice Binta Nyako said that the only option left for Kanu now was to go to the Court of Appeal and exercise his right of appeal. So, thereby removing it completely from her hands.
As I said,
tossing the situation up and down.
Because it is beyond him. It is beyond her. Kanu's detention is more of political than security. It is in the hands of the presidency, not in the hand of the judiciary. So the presidency is just using the judiciary as a cover-up. They have found nothing against him. One, it is Nnamdi Kanu that should be going to court because he was abducted. Understand? He was abducted. Diplomatic protocols was not used in bringing him down to this country because there was no communication between the Kenyan government and the Nigerian government. So diplomatic channels was not used. Therefore, they committed a crime, they committed an offense against citizen Nnamdi Kanu. And again, when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, he was with an a British passport, not a Nigerian passport. Nnamdi Kanu
So
was,
meaning what?
meaning at that point in time, the passport you have indicates your citizenship.
So at that point in time, he wasn't in Nigeria.
He was a British citizen. At that point in time, he was a British citizen because he was holding a British passport and not a Nigerian passport. So, Nigerian government erred. Understand? Even the Kenyan government should have queried the Nigerian government for what they did in their country, because that is invasion of their country and abducting a citizen without their notice, which is a criminal offense. This is exactly what Buhari wanted to do to Umaru Diko. The same Buhari. That's what he wanted to do to Umaru Diko in 1984. To put him in a can, in a crate, and bring him to Nigeria without using the normal diplomatic channel, because then Umaru Diko was in UK. Understand?
Let me come here. Is it difficult for Nnamdi Kanu to get what we call presidential pardon?
Because of it is not. But for me, Nelson Mandela will always give me that solace. Understand me? Okay. Nelson Mandela was in prison for 27 years. Understand? And he came out and became the president of South Africa and the greatest man ever in this life.
Or you consider him the greatest
There's nobody
man?
who can we compare with Nelson Mandela in Europe, in America, even Donald Trump. Trump is saying if he goes to jail, he'll become another Nelson Mandela. And to me, after Jesus now is Donald Trump. There's no other person.
Really?
Who else can you compare with? Donald Trump is somebody that doesn't need introduction. He doesn't need to tell you my name is Donald Trump. Once you see him, you know who he is. Understand? So, but he is saying if he goes to prison, he will become another Nelson So just see that respect. He was in prison for 27 years. He said no for 27 years and came out and become a global icon. So that is giving me confidence, that's giving me hope where Nnamdi Kanu is. That all these people that are persecuting him, not prosecuting him, that all these people who are persecuting him will all fade and Nnamdi Kanu will still be there.
You know, when this administration started, there was this hope, there was this belief that, okay, immediately the president comes in, you know, into office, like, well, he's going to grant Nnamdi Kanu that pardon. And so everyone was waiting for, you know, Bola Tinubu to at least do the needful. Or maybe call it a gift to the Southeasterners and to Nigerians at large. But up until now, the situation is getting worse every day. Kanu is saying, okay, can you take me to da. They say no. What about house arrest? They say no. Can you do this? They say no. What's really going on?
Well, mind you, the Binance executive that escaped was under house arrest. The Binance executive that escaped or that they led to the airport was under house arrest. He wasn't in DSS custody. He wasn't in Kuje prison. But now what they are saying is that their prisons are no longer safe. That is what the federal government is saying now. That jailbreak has become incessant. Therefore, it's no more safe to take people to prison. If you cannot take people to prison, then take them to their houses. If prisons are no more safe, if Nigerian correctional centers are no longer safe, because you are Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, said that since the name was changed from Nigerian prison to correctional center to correctional centers, that jailbreaks is now happening every day. Maybe there's something in a name. Understand? Maybe there's something in a name. So if the prisons are no more safe, let them take those people there to their different houses. Their houses are safe.
Let's also look at one of the reasons why you think Nnamdi Kanu is clamoring to leave the DSS custody. He has been saying all of this for a very long time. He wants to leave DSS custody, but up until now, they chose to leave him there. Are you looking at any game here, or I don't know what to call it?
Well,
why do they choose to leave him there?
Well, I'm not a DSS official, understand? But somebody shouldn't be in a DSS custody for 3 years. It is inhuman. Because this guy needs exercises. He needs to be in good health. Now, the Constitution says that a suspect is deemed innocent until found guilty. They have not found Nnamdi Kanu guilty. Therefore, he is still innocent. And since he is innocent, he is entitled to his fundamental human rights. Understand me? He is entitled to his fundamental human rights. He needs access to his lawyers, to his doctors. Understand? So, but it is not happening. As I said, one day all these persecutions will be over, and their names will die, and Nnamdi Kanu's own will still remain.
Well, according to information reaching me, they said that as at the time of this same report I'm giving out, that Nnamdi Kanu was shouting on top of his voice, insisting not to stand trial before any court in Nigeria. He was shouting, on top of his voice and saying that he will not again, stand trial before any court in Nigeria. He's claiming that any attempt to put him on trial would amount to a breach of Nigeria's constitution and, of course, the international laws.
Which is a fact. Because those that are supposed to be supervising the laws are the one breaking it. Those that are supposed to be protecting the laws are the ones that are breaking it. Because he has been in DSS detention, which is not a prison, for more than 3 years now. Why are they keeping him there?
Okay.
Why are they keeping him there? They are not giving him access to his doctors. His families don't have access to him. And no court has found him guilty. Well, they are jittery. For me, it is in Tinubu's hand to set him free, not on Binta Nyako.
Okay.
It is in Tinubu's hand to set him free. But the more they are holding him, the more he is shining. That's what I used to tell people. If Pontius Pilate, if Herod knew that Jesus would become a superstar, they wouldn't have persecuted him. Understand? If they knew that Jesus would become a hero, a superstar, they wouldn't have crucified him. Because the crucifixion brought out the best in him. In today's world, there are over 2.5 billion Christians. So what did they achieve? Nothing.
Let's narrow this down to the southeast. Let's break it down. I am not. I'm just a journalist. You are from the southeast extraction. So also Nnamdi Kanu. And I understand that you know this man, or you've worked closely with Nnamdi Kanu?
I know Nnamdi right from time when we were in Nsukka. Nnamdi Kanu used to come to our house on Sundays.
Okay.
Because we are from the same Ibeku, Umuahia Ibeku. He was in University of Nigeria Nsukka studying geography. My parents were staff of the university. Understand me? And then they have a Umuahia Students Association, which Nnamdi Kanu was also a member. And at times, that's workers used to host their meetings. So Nnamdi Kanu is somebody who I know very well. Understand?
Yeah.
It's not that I heard. As a student, he used to come to our house in Nsukka because we are from the same Umuahia Ibeku. He's never a violent person.
Okay, now let's this is where I'm going to. I have been asking reasons. I mean, I've been asking questions as to reasons why Nnamdi Kanu is still held in a DSS custody. Why he's still even in prison. Why he's still held by the federal government. Information got to me while I was, doing my own research. I was told by an Igbo person that the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is still there is because his own people, his own brothers, have decided that he shouldn't. They are scared of his freedom, that his freedom might cost them their political whatever. And I want to ask you, as an Igbo man, if this is actually true.
Well, let me shock you.
Okay.
Do you know that prominent Igbo businessmen did not vote for Peter Obi?
Oh, really?
Prominent Igbo businessmen did not vote for Peter Obi. They said that Peter Obi will not be good for business, that Tinubu will be better for business. And what do they mean by business? Wow. Because they do crooked businesses. They do backdoor businesses, which Peter Obi will not allow. So prominent Igbo men did not vote for Peter Obi because they said that Peter Obi will not be good for business, that Tinubu will be better for the kind of business that they do. Understand?
Yeah.
So I have also heard that some leaders in the Southeast are not comfortable with Nnamdi Kanu coming out. Understand?
Leaders in the Southeast.
Some leaders in the Southeast are not comfortable with Nnamdi Kanu coming out. But as I said, Nelson Mandela stayed 27 years in prison and came out and became the president of South Africa and a global icon. Those who are telling lies against Nnamdi Kanu will fade away. Understand? And Kanu will shine. Understand? Those who are going to the presidency that to tell them, don't release this man, he's a security breach. That thing is true. That thing that some prominent Igbo men are not comfortable with Nnamdi Kanu coming out, understand, is true.
One other thing I heard is that if Nnamdi is released today, that their political ambition is threatened. That Nnamdi will come out to become one, what do I call it now? The leader, general leader of the Igbo extraction. That he's going to come out as one strong force that no one can, or everybody will want to reckon with. So they might lose, their political ambition, or they might suffer out of it. I don't know. But
that it is selfish interest. It is selfish interest. One, they know that Nnamdi Kanu appeals to the youth. Understand? Mm-hmm. The marginalized, suffering people of the Southeast see Nnamdi Kanu as their hope. As their hope.
Okay.
That's why if Nnamdi Kanu is out today and organizes a kind of a campaign or a crusade, nowhere will contain it. So because they know that Nnamdi Kanu's political star shines more than them, because this is somebody who has lost his father, his mother in this struggle. Nnamdi Kanu has lost his father and his mother in this struggle. So his family has paid the supreme sacrifice.
So in this stance, should we say that the Southeast is divided?
How?
Over Nnamdi Kanu?
No, it is just a few selfish individuals. It's just a few selfish individuals. One, Nnamdi Kanu is somebody who I know very well. He's not a violent person. And IPOB is an offshoot of Mossab. Understand? And Mossab was tendered towards the Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi non-violent movement, because Ralph Owazurike, the founder of Mossab, schooled in New Delhi University, India.
Okay.
He read law in New Delhi University, so he was a disciple of Mahatma Gandhi non-violent system of agitation. And that's also what IPOB is, a non-violent organization. So all these things that Nigeria Army, Nigeria police are saying that they have arrested IPOB men with guns, it is a lie. It is 100% lie. But I'm not doubting the fact that some criminals might carry gun and claim to be IPOB members. Understand? But real IPOB members are not violent, because their founders are not violent. They did not catch Nnamdi Kanu with a stick or with a stone. Understand? They have not seen him with anything. But every day we see Fulani herdsmen carrying AK-47 walking on the street. So those people can do that.
If we continue this way, do you think Nnamdi Kanu will be released anytime soon? Since his people are not against his release, one, and
only few selfish people. Only people,
and these few selfish people are notable, rather, in the society.
Who know that they don't have the political grassroots which Nnamdi Kanu has. Understand me? They are not in control. There are some states in the southeast, just like in Imo. PDP, APC cannot win in Imo unless they rig. Understand me?
Are you sure?
APC cannot win a councillor in Imo unless they forget what happened there. Hope Ozodinma scoring 27 over 27. Make your private findings. Who voted for Hope Ozodinma in Imo? So
how come we had that result?
They sat somewhere and they wrote those reports, because we have a compromised INEC, compromised judiciary. Understand? So these people are afraid that Nnamdi Kanu is going to be a tsunami and will end their political ambition, because they are the enemies of the people. They are afraid that Nnamdi Kanu comes out, he's going to be a tsunami, he's going to be an earthquake, and their own political ambitions will die down. That's why they are jittery of Nnamdi Kanu coming out. If Nigeria government has anything concrete on Nnamdi Kanu, they will have convicted him since.
Because I was asking this question. I said, I don't know what it would take for all the governors in the southeast to come together, and face this thing head on. Speak with the president. Have, a tete-a-tete.
Well, for me, Peter Mba of Enugu State has gone to Tinubu and begged him to release Nnamdi Kanu. Understand? He has gone to, Peter Mba of Enugu State has gone to Abuja and begged Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. I feel that Soludo has also done that. Understand? You don't expect Hope Uzodinma to do it.
Why?
This is a Fulani masquerading as an Igbo man, so we don't expect him. Understand? So Hope, Peter Mba has gone and begged. Chukwuma Soludo has gone and begged. And the other day we heard that Ifeanyi Oba has to take Nnamdi Kanu's wife to go and see her husband. I mean, Ifeanyi Oba. So it is the minority who know that they don't have control of the grassroots that are against Nnamdi Kanu coming out of prison or detention.
That's what I'm saying. If your people are not backing you to gain freedom, then
not our people.
No. If Nnamdi's people,
if a referendum is conducted in the southeast, to determine the number of people that wants Nnamdi Kanu to come out, Nnamdi Kanu will score 99.9%. That's those that want him that to come out. But
then the 1% are
the dangerous one, the dangerous 0.1%. And that even though understand me, the dangerous 0.1%.
It means the 1% is powerful, more powerful than the 99.9. What do you think?
But they will go down very soon. They will go down very soon.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Yeah, you can send in your messages, okay, so that we'll read all of them. Our WhatsApp number is open. 08171756338 is the number to send your message to. 08171756338. Then well, I will open up the studio lines to get your to hear your thoughts, to feel your pulse, in short, okay. But then in case you're watching us via YouTube, I want to say thank you very much. Do well to drop your own comment. Let me see how many comments I can read this afternoon. Okay. In case you were just tuning in, I also want to let you know that Justice Binta Inyanko of the Federal High Court in Abuja has dismissed the request by the detained leader of the Biafran Nation agitator, Nnamdi Kanu, for the restoration of his revoked bail. Of course, the removal from the custody of the Department of State Services, DSS, to a house arrest or prison custody. The judge today said that the same request had been brought before her before now by Kanu, but was dismissed for want of merit. So, and in the ruling on Kanu's request, Justice Yanko said that she found as a fact that Kanu jumped the bail earlier granted him and escaped out of the country. The judge also held that the sureties who stood for him in the earlier bail had applied to be discharged and had been, discharged on the ground that they could not locate Kanu and did not know his whereabouts. Did you hear that? So Justice Yanko said that the only option left for Kanu was to go to the Court of Appeal and exercise his right of appeal. The judge disagreed with Kanu's lead counsel that the Supreme Court held that the earlier bail granted him ought not to have been revoked, adding that she had pursued the Supreme Court judgment copy and did not see the claim of the lawyer. We actually reported that as of the time of this report, Kanu is shouting on top of his voice, insisting not to stand trial before any court in Nigeria. He is claiming that any attempt to put him on trial would amount to a breach of Nigeria's constitution and, of course, the international laws. The question is, he is saying that he would not want to grant, or he said he is insisting not to stand trial before any court in Nigeria. Is that possible, really? Because he is in Nigeria and saying he will not grant, he will not stand trial before any court in Nigeria.
Because we don't. What we have in Nigeria is a legal system, not a justice system. We don't have a justice system in Nigeria, and that's one of the reasons why we are the way we are. That's the reason why investors will not come to Nigeria. You cannot go to a country where you cannot obtain justice. So they don't know what they are doing to themselves with all these stupid things that they are doing. They are not just doing it to Nnamdi Kanu, they are also doing it to themselves. And for me, I also sympathize with Justice Binta Nyako.
Sympathize?
Sure, because she's been remote controlled. She is being remote controlled. This case is more than judicial matter. This is a political issue. Understand? And if the presidency set Nnamdi Kanu free today, nobody can stop it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They will have been okay. Look at it. Igboho has been released. What's his name again? What's this other guy? Showore. Now, Nnamdi Kanu. The big question is, we now begin to look at it as if there is something else people don't know. Maybe there is another reason why this guy is still kept behind.
Well, for Igboho, no Yoruba man can go to the president and say, don't release this man. Understand me? For Sunday Igboho, no Yoruba man can go to the presidency and say, don't release this man. Understand? And again, Igboho is not as popular as Nnamdi Kanu. So he's not a political threat to anybody in the Southwest.
Okay.
Understand me?
Okay.
So this is what you should understand. Igboho is not a political threat to anybody.
He's not a politician.
Nnamdi Kanu is also not a politician. Understand me? But what I'm saying, political threat. There's a difference between being in government and being in power. Understand? If Nnamdi Kanu comes out today, even if he's not in government, he will be in power because the masses are with him. Understand me? So if he says, vote for this person, or I have endorsed this person, that person will win. But Igboho cannot do that. So no politician in the Southwest is afraid of Igboho. But those who are not popular in the Southeast have every reason to be afraid of Nnamdi Kanu being released. I'm from Abia. Understand? If Nnamdi Kanu comes out today and the next election say, I have endorsed this person, the person will get landslide victory because the youths are with him. The elderly are with him. They have seen what he has sacrificed for this struggle, for the marginal, for all the wickedness that they have been exercising on the Igbos. Nnamdi Kanu has stood for them.
You said, okay, the Igbos have said, a couple of times that they have been marginalized since after the war, and now they've been fighting.
It is continuing. It is continuing. How many Igbo men held substantial position in Buhari's government? How many is holding in Tinubu's government? Let me tell you, ministerial appointment is a constitutional issue. Understand me? Yeah. That Tinubu appointed a minister from Abia, he's not doing us any good. He is fulfilling what is in the Constitution. Constitution said 36 ministers, each from the 36 states. So that there's a minister from Anambra, Imo, Abia. Tinubu has not done us any good. He is fulfilling what the Constitution says, and if he doesn't do it, somebody can go to court and get judgment. Understand me? The issue is this. How do you measure marginalization? Do you know for 40 years since the end of the Civil War, Ihe Jirika was the first chief of army staff from the Southeast? For 40 years since the end of the Civil War. Understand? Onovo was the first, even though Onovo has a mixed relationship, that's rivers and Abia. Understand me?
Okay.
So you can see the marginalization, but the truth is that God will always stand for his people. Understand me? God will always stand for his people. Upon all the marginalizations, the standard of living of the people in the southwest and in the north are not better than those in the southeast. Anybody can go and check. They are not feeding better than us. They are not more comfortable than us. So even upon all their marginalizations, the Igbo man is still thriving because we share the same philosophy with Samson, the biblical Samson, that out of the strong comes honey. Understand me? It is the 20 pounds that they gave to us at the end of the Civil War that has made Igbos millionaires and billionaires. Understand me? For 3 years in the Southeast, productivity was killed. For 3 years, between 1967 and 1970, productivity was killed in the East. No Igbo man graduated from primary, secondary, or university because everything was shut down. Understand me? But God will always defend his people. God will always stand for his people. That's why, after all those things, what is happening today? Are they living better than us? The answer is no. Are they living better than us? The answer is no. I keep on saying it, that the Igbo man is asking for presidency. It's not that it will turn southeast to Singapore or to Malaysia. It's just for psychological reasons. Other people that are ruling, let us rule. And not that those who have ruled are better than us. Understand me? Is Ota better than Oka? Is Castina better than Anambra State? So for me, at the end of the day, the chicken will come to roost.
Again, maybe I should rephrase this question. You said that 99.9% wants Nnamdi Kanu to be released.
If a referendum is conducted today, it is only the enemies of the people that doesn't want Nnamdi Kanu to be released.
So we have just one left. All right, 1%. Do you think with these 1%, these prayers of Nnamdi Kanu, his plan from the beginning to lead the Igbos out of the country, do you think with these 1%, because I want to believe that this 1% is very, very powerful, with these 1%, do you think that all of these struggles by Nnamdi Kanu will lead to anything?
People are getting these things all wrong.
Okay.
People are manipulating all these things. What Nnamdi Kanu is seeking for is an egalitarian Nigeria. Understand me? What Nnamdi Kanu is looking for is live and let live. What Nnamdi Kanu is looking for is a Nigeria where everybody will be free to do his business without a discrimination, without marginalization. Understand me? Then if you don't want to give us this, then let us go. Understand
what
me?
Everyone knows is Nnamdi Kanu says, let us go.
No. If you cannot give us an egalitarian Nigeria, if we cannot be free in Nigeria to do our business, if we cannot be given the same treatment like the Northerner, like the Southerner, then let us go. Understand me? Understand? somebody said, give me freedom or give me death. You cannot hold these two. You cannot hold my freedom and also prevent me from dying. So you have to give me one. Give me freedom or give me death. So what Nnamdi Kanu is agitating for is a better Nigeria. Understand? Then if you don't want a better Nigeria where everybody will be equal, then let my people go. Period.
Let my people go. The emancipation of the Igbos, I mean, with the political arrangement in place, where we have power north, south, north, south, we're not mentioning the southeast.
But excuse me,
okay.
What has that power done to them? What has that power? Let me take an example of the North. The power that they have been holding since independence to today, what has it done for them? They are the poorest in the country. Are they not? Are they not? The North are the poorest in the country. What has they benefited from that power?
No, what I'm saying is, you see, okay, maybe you're close to it, but let me break it down a little. When Ashiwaju is done with his own term, we don't know if it's going to be 4 or 8 yet. We don't know. But when he's done with his own, administration, it goes to the North. You are only pointing to the North as a set of people that are, still need help. But
they need more than help. They need salvation.
Really?
They need emancipation. Their power had not done, and power is about empowering people. Understand? Better livelihood. What has power done to the North?
Okay, I love the fact that you are pointing to the North. Maybe I should ask this: is it that it is the North that is holding back Nnamdi Kanu or his brothers?
Tinubu is holding him.
No, you can't say Tinubu.
Tinubu is holding, and
Nnamdi Kanu has been there before Tinubu came on board.
Tinubu should look. One thing that people should avoid doing is to inherit another person's enemy. Understand me? That's one. I did not inherit my father's enemy. Understand? And my children should not inherit my own enemy, because they are going to make their own enemies. Understand?
Okay.
So what Tinubu is not supposed to have inherited. Tinubu is not supposed to have inherited Buhari's enemies. Understand me? Because as a president, he will make his own enemies, and he's making them already. Understand me? So that's why people felt that he would release Nnamdi Kanu when he came on board, which he had not done. So you say, excuse me,
okay,
the people that are telling him don't release Nnamdi Kanu are just making suggestions. You cannot decide for the commander-in-chief. Tinubu is the commander-in-chief. That Nnamdi Kanu is still being in detention today is because the commander-in-chief has failed to release him. Those that are coming to him, don't release this man, he's a security threat, it's so and so, they're all making suggestions. It is only the commander-in-chief that can make the decision.
Probably he feels that he shouldn't all of a sudden undo what has been done before he came on board. Maybe. I'm just thinking out loud.
Well, Nnamdi Kanu is going to last longer than all these people. How old is he? How old is Nnamdi Kanu? He's going to last longer than all those people that are persecuting him. Let me also tell you that Mandela was in prison for 27 years. Understand me? So I'm just, as I said, I sympathize with Binta Nyako, because the state is using her. And I know when she goes home, she will be crying in her bedroom because she knows that what she's doing is not right.
Again, okay, let's look at it critically. You said something. You said there is a difference between being in power and being in government.
Yes.
Now,
and those in power controls those in government.
Beautiful. In this country, looking at it holistically, who would you consider as those in power? And who would you say are those in government right now?
Well, Tinubu, Bondame Tinubu is in power and is in government. Understand me? Bondame Tinubu is in power and he is also in government. Understand? Let me just give you an instance. By 2014, the Nnamdi Mohammed, who was then the spokesman of APC, understand? That was before all the presidential election in 2014. He called a press conference of senior journalists. Understand?
Okay.
So there we are now. People, it's a kind of an interaction. So I was there. So people were now asking a different kind of questions. Understand? When they got to my turn, I asked, "Excuse me, who does Tinubu listen to?" That was the question that I asked Nnamdi Mohammed. Who does Tinubu listen to? And he gave us two names, Cardinal Anthony Okogie.
Okay.
Understand me? Because you have to know those who are calling the shot. Whoever is in government is being controlled somewhere else. Most of the people in government are mere errand boys. Understand? That was why when Ambode was in government, Tinubu said that this guy will not go second term because he was in power. Understand? Even though he was not in government in Lagos State, he was in power, and the Ambode did not go second term. Even though Ambode outperformed him, outperformed the fashioner. Understand me? But because he is in power, he said that Ambode will not go second term. So that's what those who are in power does. It is those that are in power that bring out those who are in government. So those in government are holding power, are holding authority for those in power. That is how it works. And those in power, you hardly see them.
I actually raised that. I asked you that question because, you also pointed to the fact that you pointed to the northern Nigeria, and you said a couple of things. Now, here is where I'm going to. Power, those in power and those in government, I still want to remain there. Oftentimes, we've heard a couple of persons in the north or amongst the Igbos say that the north are the ones that are not actually treating Nigeria the way it ought to be, that do not feel they have this supremacy power. In fact, I have also listened to former presidential aide, Dr. Usman Bugaji, in his interview when he spoke on Tinubu's presidency and his misgivings about what is happening in Nigeria. And he went on to say that Nigeria's oil belongs to the north. He said a whole lot of things. I listened to that interview. He said, that the country's oil belongs to the north. So, and again, when we look at it, when the president said, okay, I want to remove from some departments of the CBN to Lagos, you heard what the north said. They threatened the president, saying that they would not vote for him again in 2027. And they said a whole lot of things, a whole lot. Now, are we now looking at it as these guys are really the ones in power They decide who becomes the president, or they are the ones indirectly controlling the president. I mean, even from inception, even before. Let's go to say. Let's talk about. Let me point to. Is it 1999? Right? Yeah. 1999. Even before 1999. Does it look like the northern part of this country are the ones who are actually in power, and they decide who would be in government?
Well, that is a reality which is a mistake. Understand? That is a reality which is a mistake, because I have said in this program some time ago that there was a friend of mine who wanted that to run for a governor of Abia State, a friend of mine. So he said that he had gone to Niger State to see Babangida. I was shocked. I asked him, excuse me, what has Babangida to do with the governor of Abia State? Now, so this is a wrong, a defeatist mentality that people in the South have. Understand me? This is a defeatist mentality that people in the South have. Understand me? So the North has been able to brainwash those in the South that they are the alpha and omega of Nigeria politics. But we shouldn't be using that word politics. Understand? Because politics is about empowering people, about the welfare and the well-being of the people. I can say that they are the alpha and omega of elections. There's a very big difference between elections and politics. Now, if you look at in 1999, Olusegun Obasanjo, in 1999, Southwest voted for Onu Fandaye. Then North voted for Obasanjo. So Obasanjo won. So it was the North that made Obasanjo president in 1999. Understand? Because
the North.
He failed in Southwest.
Okay.
He failed in Southwest. Then after he failed woefully in Southwest. Okay. Southwest voted for Fandaye. Even in 2023, Tinubu scored 25% in the Southwest and scored 65% in the North, which means his presidency came from the North. But mind you, we have not really verified these votes coming from the North.
How
authentic they are, because as I told you, I have written a book on Nigeria census. Nigeria have never gotten an accurate census. Nigeria census figures have been manipulating since 1959 till date. Understand me? Nigeria census figures have been manipulating even from 1885. That was why in 1962-63, when they conducted their census, the premier of Eastern Region, Michael Okparan, said that it is worse than rubbish because it was manipulated in favor of the North. So it is those
manipulated in favor of the North.
Yes, I say Michael Okparan, the premier of Eastern Region, said that census figure was worse than rubbish. I'm quoting him.
Okay.
Was worse than rubbish because it was manipulated in favor of the North. Go and read about census 1962-63 Nigerian census, and they have been manipulating that thing up till now. Understand me? So it is these falsified figures that the North are using against the South. Understand me?
Okay.
So that's so, and the South has even believed that the North are more populated. Understand me?
Yeah.
So, and the election is all about numbers. those who have more numbers wins election. But they have not done anything to verify, understand, the authenticity of these numbers that are coming from the south. That's from the north. So that's why they will tell you we will not vote for you anymore. And if we don't vote for you, you will fail. That's why when they cough, the south will catch a cold with falsified figures.
Okay, quickly, everyone, in case you're just tuning in, you've actually missed a whole lot. But then, let me take you to another area quickly before I get to open up the studio lines and hear from everyone. What's his name? A former spokesperson for the defunct Atiku Koa Presidential Campaign Council. I'm talking about Daniel Bwala. He has said that the only chance Peter Obi has, to become Nigerian president is in the year 2039. The chance he has, the only time he can become the president of Nigeria is in the year 2039. He said President Tinubu will have to finish his 2 terms with power returning to the north for another 8 years. The spokesman said power will only return to the south in 2039. That is when Peter Obi would have the opportunity to become the president. Your opinion, quickly.
It's Daniel Bonda that's allergic to being president. Is he allergic to being president? Some time ago, Rino Omokri was listing the richest men in Nigeria in the 50s and 60s. Understand me? I was expecting to see his father there. Understand? But these people, they are shameless. They don't think. He is born and not qualified to be Nigeria president. Why must he be mentioning other people? Is he a cripple? Is he a convict? So the issue is this: Peter Obi is not desperate to be Nigeria president. Igbos are not desperate to be president. As I said, we are being marginalized, but our standard of living are far better than those who are ruling. Do you understand me? We are eating better than those who are ruling. So we are not desperate to be president. Peter Obi is not desperate to be president. When Buhari won in 2015, I said, even if Buhari appoints his 36 ministers from Katsina State, the standard of living of Katsina people will never be better than that of Abia people. I said so in 2015. Even if he appoints all his ministers from Katsina State, the standard of living of Katsina people will never be better than that of Abia State. Till today, Katsina people are still sending their lands to Igbo people. Katsina people are still sending their land in Katsina to Igbo people, even though they have produced president for 8 years. So what is the benefit of that presidency? Understand me?
Okay.
What is the benefit of that presidency? Is Ota Abeokuta more developed than the Southeast after Obasanjo's 8 years? Is Abeokuta Ota more developed than the Southeast? So for me, this thing, president's power is rubbish.
Hear what Bwala said. Let me break it down. Bwala said that Peter Obi only stands a chance to become Nigerian president from 2039 when he will clock 79 or above 79.
Why can't Bwala talk of when he himself will become president?
No, but probably he doesn't have the ambition.
But he can be pre-singing. He can be pre-singing. He can be doing commentaries for other people.
He said by then his message, Peter Obi's message, will no longer be vote for me because I am the younger of the candidates.
Bonda is a hungry man.
Vote me because age doesn't matter but capacity. That's what he said.
Bonda is a hungry man. He's a hungry man. Bonda Omokri, Reno Omokri, Adeyinju. These are people. These are scavengers. People looking for what to eat. As I said, P2B is a very, very, very comfortable man. P2B has something he is doing. P2B is productive. He is not desperate for being president. Igbos are not desperate for ruling Nigeria because those who are ruling are not living better than us. Go to Kanu, go to Kaduna, go to Abuja, come to Lagos. The fine buildings in all these areas are owned by Igbos. So Presidency has not taken anything away from us.
Here is a twist to that issue, that story. The former president, or former vice president, Atiku Abubakar, has disclosed that he will support the 2023 candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, if the PDP decides that it is the turn of the Southeast in 2027. Did you see that?
I'm not excited.
Why?
It has a what?
A clause.
Yeah. If PDP decides that it is turn of the South, so if PDP decides that it is turn of the Southeast, then I think it's not doing anybody any favor because the decision has been made. Understand me? So for me, I'm not excited about it.
But don't you think the PDP might want to now, like some persons have said on this show, a couple of listeners, they've said that it will be better for Peter Obi to get back on track. I mean, get back to the People's Democratic Party, where he could actually win the election because the party is there and built already. It's not the LP that, he battled to, everything. We know how everything went. That he should go back, like, come back home, just like in football. Come back home and relaunch. And here, I think we're saying that he will support him if he does that. Oh, not just that, if it's zoned to the Southeast. Don't you think if it is zoned to the Southeast, Peter Obi has the best chance to come, to become the president in 2027?
Peter Obi is an adult. He is learned. He knows what is good for him and what is good for Nigeria. Understand? So I cannot tell Peter Obi return to PDP. He knows what is good for him. Understand? So
no. Again, for fairness' sake, don't you think the PDP should zone it to Southeast for this reason? For fairness' sake.
Well,
let's consider why and how Peter Obi left the PDP. What happened? You remember all of the story with Wike?
Wike chased him out of PDP.
Okay, so
yes.
Don't you think it would be a very good one at this point in time to really bring? A lot of persons have been saying they are trying to get back at Wike. This is the best time for some persons because zoning this into the Southeast automatically brings Peter Obi up.
Well, Peter Obi is already up, whether zoned or not zoned.
No,
Peter Obi is already up.
To fight harder.
The Nelson Mandela that we have in Nigeria today is Peter Obi, no other person. The Nelson Mandela that we have in Nigeria today is Peter Obi. The hope that Nigeria is seeing in Nigeria today is Peter Obi. The faith that Nigerians are exercising is Peter Obi. So he is the Nelson Mandela of our time. So zoning PDP and presidential tickets that to Southeast will not add anything to Peter Obi. And as I said, Peter Obi is an adult. He knows what is good for him.
Before I open up the studio lines, the federal government also responded to this. The federal government has dismissed the planned alliance between Atiku and Obi. According to the presidency, President Bola Tinubu is not bothered about the planned alliance, noting that the president was not losing sleep over alliance plots by Obi and Atiku. Now, they are still a very strong force. If the presidency had to respond to it,
because they have a compromised INEC and a compromised judiciary, they cannot win without rigging. APC, no reasonable person can vote for APC.
Really? Are you sure?
No reasonable person. If I see anybody that tells me that is in APC, in my mind I'll be telling I'll be saying that this man must be a bad person. That's how I think. When somebody tells me that he's in APC, in my mind I'm saying this person must be a bad person. Understand? So the truth is that 2027 is still very far. Understand? Nobody knows what will happen tomorrow. Yesterday, the president of Iran died. He never knew. Understand me?
Yeah.
The president of Iran at 63, a very young age. Understand me? He died in a helicopter crash. Maybe as a human being, he will be thinking of the next election. But God said no. You will not stay until then. So, for me, it is one day at a time. It's one day at a time. Nobody knows what is going to happen tomorrow or next tomorrow. When 2027 comes, we will know what will happen then. Sure.
Okay. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Everyone watching, I want to say thank you so very much. Do well to drop a comment, okay? But now, it's time to hear your voice. I want to open up the studio line so you can participate. It's our country. And we will talk about it. And of course, this is Voice of the People. The people. They're so important here. Everyone is important. So, let's do this together. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. Let's get your views, your take, your observation, your query, and even your comment. Okay? Yeah, like I said, just share this with someone, okay? And let them join this broadcast as quickly as possible. Okay? 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. Then if you want to send a text message, a WhatsApp message rather, 081-717-56338 is the number. 081-717-56338. Then get to YouTube. We're streaming live. Go there and of course do drop a comment there. My name is Jude Ikami Jude, okay, and he is Peter Anosike. Let's get to the phone lines now. But hey, if you want to call me, make sure you keep all of your comments very, very civil. Yeah, so we can have a better conversation. Move away from your radio set or just turn down the volume before you call to avoid that noise. 60 seconds for everyone. I mean it today. 60 seconds for everyone. Just when you're calling, time yourself. 60 seconds, I drop the call. Thank you so very much. All right, let's go there. 0700 903 903 903. Good afternoon to you this afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is fine calling from Chicago.
Calling from where? Hello?
Hello?
Okay, go ahead. We can hear you.
Hello?
Hello? Uh-oh. God. Sorry about that. Please do call back if you can. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. Let me talk to this person now. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon. Are you there? Good afternoon. Hello?
Hello?
Good afternoon. Are you there? Talk to us. We can hear you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kanu. Good afternoon, Mr. Anosike. This is Bright. I'm calling from Italy.
All right.
I just want to make a contribution on Nnamdi's bill and the judiciary. Sorry about my speech, kind of stumbling here. I listened to some of the comment made by Mr. Anosike referencing Mandela's freedom compared to Nnamdi Kanu. From my own understanding, I think any freedom fighter like Nnamdi Kanu to get bail has to compromise. He has to compromise some of his needs or his action. I think Nnamdi is not ready to compromise. He stands on the ground of whatever he wants for his people, and some of those ones does not align with the situations of the Nigerian system, whether internally or externally. Because if you look at the issue of Mandela, for instance, Mandela was free. That is from my own observation. Mandela was free because he did compromise. He made the colonials to understand that if he becomes free, he would not, he will leave the country, the status quo the way it is. The whites will remain, the people, whatever they have, they'll be taken from the people, remains with them. And that is what is going on in South Africa. So when he became president, he didn't drive those people away. They kept their land, kept their houses, kept their company, kept their establishment. That is why most of the South Africans today, they are still struggling, because he never changed the status quo, because he did compromise. Somebody like Nnamdi Kanu has been giving this dialogue of compromise, and he has said no. That is why the Nigerian government cannot give him bail, because if he has said, okay, if you leave me, I will leave things the way it is, and I will, rub shoulder with you, then we will be on the same status quo. He would have been free by now. So because he is not in alliance with any of those things, that is why he's still being held. That is my own contribution. Okay, thank you.
I appreciate your contribution. Thank you so very much. All right, let's do more. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon. Hello? Okay, I think you have to call back if you can, okay? Yeah. I'll take your calls. Don't worry. I'll take your calls back to back. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon. Okay. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Alain.
Quickly, please. Move away from your radio set, I beg you.
I'm already out of there.
60 seconds.
Yeah, you said something. You didn't mention anything about godfatherism. You see, people going to Babangida is a way of seeking for godfatherism. I thank God that the governor of Abia has broken that jinx. So if you can avoid godfatherism in our politics, I think we should excel. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for calling. All right. I would be reading your messages back to back, okay, at this point. So I won't leave any stone unturned. Let's see if I can start reading that right away. What are you trying to say? Please let all of your comments be civil, okay? Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
Student.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, I can
My
hear
name
you.
is Roslyn.
Okay.
I greet you, I guess, in house. So what I am saying is that is Tinubu is the one who holds Nnamdi Kanu, because he's the number one in Nigeria. Anything he said, Nigeria will follow it. So let him release Nnamdi Kanu for us. We beg him. He's the one who holds it. That is my contribution.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling. We'll take more calls and, like I said, read your messages, okay? But make sure they are civil enough. Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Your name and your location. 60 seconds, quickly. Okay. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon to you. Hello? All right. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Yes.
I want to greet you, Mr. Jude. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
And
hello? What happened? So sorry about that. You can call back if you can, okay? Please do call back if you can. The number is still 0700 903 903 903. And WhatsApp number is also there. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Can be Judah, the sharp man.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. This is one of the IPOP member, the freedom fighter.
You don't spoil them. You just spoil them. You just spoil them. All right. This person says, "Good afternoon. This can only happen in this country where laws does not work. We are in a lawless country where everyone does what he or she wants and nothing will happen. Please, I want to know about the chief that was arrested in Ajao Estate after 2023 general election. Is he freed or still in detention? Lucky Duru, aka Mayor from Ikotu Egbe.
Still in detention.
He is still in detention, my brother. Okay. VOP for Nnamdi Kanu jumping bail according to federal government. Let me remind Nigerians during Abacha and Nadeko era, even these current presidents and co ran out of Nigeria to avoid Abacha killing them. So every reasonable person will run for his or her dear life. Please, Mr. Anosike, I want to know about the chief. Okay, he said that earlier. It's okay. Thank you so very much. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Your name and your location, quickly.
Yeah, it can be Jide. Good afternoon. This C2 calling from Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Okay, let's go. How is Sierra Leone this afternoon?
Yeah, Sierra Leone is very cool. We are doing it here. Everything is fine. Hustling. Make sure we put food on the table for the kids.
Beautiful.
And provide for the privileged ones. That's what we're doing.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I agree, Mazano CK as well. Now, what I want to say regarding anything that concerns the Southeast, I want people to understand me very well. It's nothing but the failure of the after the genocide against the Eastern region, is the failure of Igbo politicians that warrant the suffering of Nnamdi Kanu today. It shouldn't be. But it's quite unfortunately that after the civil war, after the genocide against our people, the people that were supposed to speak and take Nigeria to the highest court of the law, at least do it, they didn't. What they did is to start who is going to be the highest bidder to sell their people, who is going to be the highest bidder to kill their people, who is going to be the highest bidder when they award money to build anything in Southeast, they're embezzling it. Who is going to kill their people most? This is the handwriting we are seeing in Imo State today. There's something Igbo people used to say before on River One Naboloso. If you come against your brother, the land will chastise you. It does not happen again because we voted for somebody who is going to represent Imo State, and the Northerners, the Fulani said no and put Hope Uzodinma there. They chase away Ihedioha. Who everybody knows this one. Hope Uzodinma is the fourth. And they chase away the person that win. What do you think that is the responsibilities of the Igbo people? Since we say they chastise us in the five eastern place, is it not the responsible of Ohanese and Igbo and the Igbo World Congress, so-called Ohanese and Igbo and so-called Igbo World Congress? These are quasi organizations formed to subdue our people. Is their responsibilities to say no? This is the person that win the election, but they didn't. Why would Nnamdi Kanu come out? Tell me, after the Civil War, nobody has spoke to the Igbo people against the killing of our people. Today, Nnamdi Kanu left what he's doing in Britain. A well-intellected man, hard-spoken, very brilliant. He said, no, I will speak if it leads to my death. That is why you saw Nnamdi Kanu today. The Northerners never see it coming. That somebody from the East will rise up and say enough is enough. That is the atrocity of Nnamdi Kanu. And the Igbo politicians don't like it because he makes them look so stupid that somebody speaks for their people. We have been waiting for them to speak. They don't speak for our people. When our people were killed, Nnamdi Kanu take the bull by the horn and tell them, go to hell. He's speaking in front of the Fulani. I said, stop killing Igbo people.
It's okay. It's okay. Situ, thank you. I appreciate your call. I appreciate your call. Seriously. The issue of Kanu release is more of political, and a script is being carried out by the presidency. If Mr. President decides today to release Nnamdi Kanu, he will what? No, hold on now. Hold on. If Mr. Okay. Just hold on, okay? I'll read all of them. I'll take your call. If Mr. President decides today to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he will be released unconditionally. But the reverse is the case. If you remember very well what former President Buhari said about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release, that he will never release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our brother will be freed someday. St. Francis from Agopa last week sent in that message. Okay, thank you so very much. I am trying to see the messages I can quickly touch here. Then take your calls, okay? Okay, let me do calls first. Good afternoon. I told you to move away from your radio set. Huh? Please obey the rule. Good afternoon to you. Are you there? Good afternoon. Okay. Good afternoon.
Hello, Judy.
Yes. 60 seconds. Good afternoon.
Remy?
Yeah, Remy, let's hear you.
Yeah. When I hear I've been marginalized, I laugh. From Southwest, am I benefiting anything as a Nigerian? The answer is no. When Sunday Igboho stood against the establishment, they went to his house. People were killed. When Ezazaki and his people stood against the establishment in 2016, over 1,000 of Northerners were killed during the day. It wasn't in the night, too. They were killed the day. At first, the Buhari government denied it until Amnesty International brought out a video. Lekki massacre. When the youth stood against the establishment, what happened? People were killed in their hundreds. Up to this minute, we don't know the amount of people who died. So when I hear marginalization, I laugh. And it's a way of repeating the rhetorics of what they want us to do, to keep saying. It is the people against the establishment. Anybody who stands against the establishment, they come for you. That is what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. So those who are losing their breath over their discipleship for Nanu, I laugh at them.
Thank you.
I laugh.
Appreciate you.
I'm a Lagosian. I'm not benefiting anything as a Lagosian. Your governors in the southeast, are they not from the east? Are they from the north? So when I keep hearing like, who is not being marginalized in this country except the establishment? Let's not keep pushing these rhetorics. This establishment against anybody who stands against them.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so very much. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon. Are you there?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Quickly, please.
It's awesome for Nigeria.
All right.
I want to speak on the court today. Last year, we could remember that when Igbo people, group of Igbo leaders went to meet Buhari, Buhari make one comment. He said, this thing they are asking him is hard to do. The request, he will do it, but we hard. So, the reason Nnamdi Kanu now is not in the hand of the judiciary, but they just use it to just a delay tactics. You understand me? Because now the court is trying to tell them to go, if you want to make it go to appeal court for his removing from him from the detention where they go to appeal court. What is that appeal court that say that is innocent, that they should release him? So who are we blaming? One, since Igbo people are not speaking, that's why Nnamdi Kanu is still remaining there. Because the last caller has made a serious comment. When the army committed that genocide in the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu house, Igbo people did not speak. Everybody kept quiet. They happened that is supposed to raise alarm to the world court everywhere, so that the whole world will know what Igbo people are passing.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Your time is up. Thank you so very much. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Can be Judah.
Yeah. Quickly, please.
I'm Sir Michael.
Let's go. 60 seconds.
I want to quickly say something concerning my leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Why the delay of Nnamdi Kanu not being released is because Nnamdi Kanu is from the Igbo. He's an Igbo man. Okay. Okay, they say we get religion in the country. Can this kind of a delay happen to people in other religions, like the North, most especially, like the terrorists that's ongoing in the North right now? Can they delay one of them like this in the custody of the DSS? I'm asking question. It can be you there. Any person who doesn't want my leader to come out, the person should remember that nobody is above death and nobody is above judgment when time comes.
All right.
So Nnamdi Kanu is not a criminal, he's not a terrorist, he's just a freedom fighter.
Thank you.
But people is against him.
I appreciate your call. Thank you. Thank you. Your time is up, please. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, my brother. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Okuchi. I'm calling from Ikebu.
Okay.
You see, God brought every one of us here in Nigeria. And the British men came and colonized both the north, the south, the east, and the west. I want us to realize that it is God that did it in this form. And He is all-knowing God. He knows everything. But it's like...
Hello? Oh, sorry about that. You have to call back if you can, okay? Good afternoon to you.
Hello, Jude. Hello, Jude. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, this is Nnamdi calling from Spain.
All right, quickly, please. 60
seconds. I said today, let me just listen, but something came to just caught my attention. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that up to now, people like that we don't supposed to be taken serious. People like Daniel Boala, F.F. Kayode, Lorenta, and Omokri are still making headline. Upon the problem we have, all these things, this was still making headline. You see, this the only thing I would tell the Nigerians is that these guys are hungry and they cannot work. These people have taken Nigerian money. That is why anytime they will just remind the president, "Hey, my dear, I'm still here, I'm still jobless." That's why they just say, we don't need to be taking this for serious. These are not serious. Reno Mokri, it can work. There's people that take good care of old women in that thing. Only just every time just be making noise. You see, I'm just surprised that we are still taking this for serious. We don't need to take this serious. They are just we're just calling the attention of the government for them to remind them that this was just sorry. Before, let me just touch something on Nnamdi Kanu.
Quickly, please.
Are you hearing me?
Quickly.
Yeah, please. The listing is this. My message is to Omai. No matter what people say, Omai is the one that prescribed IPOB, not Buhari. Anything that happens to this Omai will be the consequence. Just that the thing. No matter what they do today, Omai, let him bear in mind that he is the one holding Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know what the opinion of other people. Omai was one that prescribed IPOB. He was the one that after us because of a presidency. At the end of it, look at where he ended as a minister. He's not ashamed of himself.
Thank you.
Let's what happen to that. Let us see.
Thank you so very much for calling. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Hello,
60 seconds.
Anosike, this will be calling from Ikeju. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, please.
Hello. Okay. I just want to talk about Boala. I think people should ignore Boala. For me, sometimes I'm even ashamed not even somebody jumping from here to here to here to here and still talking, and we are still listening to him. Please let us.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know what to say now.
It's all right. Thank you so very much. Let me see if I can touch on these. On the criminals that are afraid of the release of Nnamdi Kanu, just like those who don't want Peter Obi as the president. Only the criminals, rather, he said, that are afraid of the release of Nnamdi Kanu, just like those who don't want Peter Obi as the president of Nigeria. Okay. The INEC man from Oshodi, I'm so much impressed with the analyst. He has said it all. Kudos to him. More grace. Thank you so very much. Mr. Anosike is very much on point. The marginalization of the Igbos is appalling. Some way My Idoma people of Benue State has been marginalized by the thief since the creation of Benue State. This is injustice. This injustice must stop. You see another one again? Hey, okay. Why is your guest being so bitter playing the victim card on the Igbos? Nnamdi Kanu wills. Okay, I don't know. What's your name? What's your name? It's so unreadable at all. When I listen to our guest and his, I laugh. Can I do this now? No time. Oh, okay. Boala, Reno Mokri, Loretta Anoche. I just stop seekers. Okay. Yeah, talk now. Come on, talk. 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 Hello. Oh my God. Okay. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, what's your name and your location?
Hello, good morning.
Okay,
can you hear me?
Good afternoon from here. What's your name?
This is Ben from USA.
Beautiful. Let's go, Ben.
Yes, so I wanted to talk about my Nnamdi Kanu court case.
Quickly.
I would urge the federal government, this is my own opinion, I urge the federal government, if they really want development and peace, they should do something about releasing Nnamdi Kanu. That man have stayed in the prison for something now. Now, a lot of people are not in support of the Biafra. A lot of people are in support of the Biafra. But most people that are supporting the Biafrans now, they are supporting because of the injustice. Because the fact that some people will do certain stuff and go scot-free, and when it comes to certain ethnicity, they take it so serious, they take it extreme. You understand? So if they really want Nigeria to come together, I think it's high time they start talking about releasing that young man. Igboho, they released Igboho. They released what's his name? But when he comes, because he's an Igbo man, they will hold him and hold him so tight. That's a way to settle every problem.
Thank you. We have. But
the more they keep doing this, the more the rest of us, the young youth and every other person that believed in Nigeria before, all right, keep having biased mind.
Thank you.
You understand? And we see that even our children will start having the same kind of mindset. So it's very good.
Thank you so
that they do something about it, and let's understand.
You. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, everyone. It's time to go. Check your time, really, it's time to go, okay? But I'll be here tomorrow again. We'll continue the conversation tomorrow. Peter Nosike, I want to say thank you so very much for being a part of the show today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes. Let me not say this word, please. Just let me leave you to go. My name is Jude, Ikami Jude. I'll be here tomorrow to continue the conversation. We'll pick up some other issues tomorrow, back to back. It's our country and this is democracy. We must talk about it. Well, whether you are in power or you are in government, know that the country is we're begging God. We're begging. How do I put it? Everyone, let me just leave it. Let me leave it tomorrow. I love you so much. My name is Jude. On social media, Ikami Jude is my handle. IKAMIJUDEH is one word. Join me again tomorrow. Good afternoon.
Dear valued listener, we believe in free speech, but with freedom comes responsibility. We like to remind you to be mindful of the power of your words and the impact they can have on